All right, good afternoon. Welcome back to Intro to Statistics. So we are going to be talking about normal distribution. Okay, this is a pretty standard problem. The weight of male babies less than 2 months is normally distributed. That's an important thing to note. Okay, that's a thing. Mean 12.3, standard deviation of 4.7. Okay, we're going to go ahead and write that down because that's part of the thing that we're going to need here. Okay, so normally distributed, because I know it's coming. Okay, so is normal. I'm sorry, x is normally distributed, and then what is our average? Our average was 12.3. Okay, and 4.7. They give us some other information, and they usually do in these kinds of word problems. But we don't really have to worry about the fact that the babies are male. We don't care. They're less than 2 months old. Again, we don't care. They're just defining what kind of babies we're talking about. Okay, so they want to know. Okay, part A. What is the 87th percentile? Okay, so here we go with our normal distribution part. Okay, and what they want to know is I'm going to go here, and we'll go to our thing here, and we'll hit all of this, okay, in this area here, all of this area, all the way down here, okay. What's going to happen is this area has to be 0.87, okay. And he said, what x is going to lead to this area being 0.87? So notice what they give us here, okay. Contrast this to other problems in this section. Normally they say, hey, what are the probability that a baby is going to be more than 16 pounds or more than 17 pounds, okay, more than 12 pounds. In this case, they're saying, what's the 87th percentile? What pound, what weight gave us that percentage? Okay, so that's how you know this is a norm inverse problem. In order to give it a norm inverse, we're going to give it a probability, and then we need a mean and a standard deviation. Okay, so that's the way we do this. Please practice. Okay, again, if you have a TI-84, you don't have to practice quite as much because they prompt you a little bit better. But if you have a TI-83, you kind of you're on your own to memorize like what's going on with this. So it does come after a few problems. You really will get this. Okay, so try norm inverse. Okay, and the probability is, in this case, they wanted 0.87. You don't need the leading zero. You can put it in if you'd like. Our average, okay, that was 12.3. Okay, and then we have 4.7 pounds. That's our standard deviation. Okay, so we're going to go back to our calculators here. Okay, go ahead and maybe turn it on, clear it. Okay, so we're going to say second function, distribution. Again, I urge you practice with the tool you're going to use to take your quiz. Okay, normal CDF, 0.87, okay, and then we have 12.3, okay. Practice in a safe way, okay. We don't have to practice. Don't do the first time you're going to practice this year's quiz, okay. We have that 0.87. Okay, so we're looking at the weights. Okay, this is the probability they gave us. That was 0.87. Okay, so they're saying that what's going to happen here is, oh no, I didn't, I put this the wrong one. Okay, that's why that didn't look right. I was like, second function, we went norm inverse. Okay, that would help. Type in the right problems. Okay, 0.87. Okay, when I was in high school, I used to do kickboxing. I'm not very good. I've gotten worse, gotten a lot worse. But one of the kicks I learned how to do the Karate Kid kick. Not too long after that movie came out, I was like, okay, I'm going to go for it. And one leg went up, and I pushed the other leg out to hit the bag, and it went straight into the chains that hold up the bag, and it got stuck there. So me being off the ground, my foot was caught in one part of the punching bag, and then my head came down like the clacker of a bell into the punching bag. The entire gym laughed their asses off. So you don't want to do that practice, okay, on your quiz. Okay, if you're gonna fail spectacularly, but you want to fail spectacularly in a way where you're like, wait a minute, let's try that again. Okay, so 17.58 or 59, so that's 17.59 pounds. Okay, so the second time I tried it, we did pretty much. It got a lot better. My foot was a little sore from the chains, but teenage boys will recover pretty quick from a lot of abuse. Not all abuse, but you, you can suffer a little bit and will recover. Okay, so this is 17.59. That's the weight of the baby that is going to be in the 87th percentile. Okay, so we might look at this and we might say, okay, well, let's check that. That's going to be 17 point, oh, sorry, how about 17, not 28? We go to 17.59. Okay, how many decimal places did they want? At least 2 decimal places. We'll say 0.59 and we'll go with that. Okay, so we'll check. Oh, please fill in all the empty boxes. We have to fill in everything here. 16th percentile. So you might go to a pediatrician, okay, and they'll weigh the child. And they might think, well, if the baby is in the 16th percentile or the child is in the 16th percentile, there might be something wrong. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Maybe not. The baby has an allergy to milk or something. We might have an issue. Okay, but we're going to help the pediatrician out. We're going to say, what weight? What's the cutoff weight? The pediatrician's there is like, hey, it's 16th percentile. Okay, we know. We're going to help out, and we're going to say, what weight is going to give us the 16th percentile? Okay, so we're going to say norm, inverse norm, and the weight is going to be 0.16, right? And then we have 12.3, and then we have 4.7 for our standard deviation. Okay, we're just going to type that in and see what happens. Second function, distribution, norm, inverse norm. Okay, and this is just like playing a musical instrument or doing a lot of other different kinds of skills. Okay, you have to practice enough to be able to get the muscle memory going here, be able to recall this. I want 12.3 here, no pluses. Okay, and then we do 4.7. I'm expecting something that's going to be under 12 pounds here. Okay, probably about maybe 8 pounds or something. So we'll go to, it's pretty good. So this X here, this is going to be 7.63 pounds. So if the pediatrician weighs this baby 7.63 pounds, if they're less than that, you say, well, maybe there's an allergy, maybe there's something wrong. Okay. So you want to help the pediatrician out. Like they already have enough to learn, they have enough to worry about. They don't have to check the actual weights here. They just know it's in the 16th percentile. That's what we call the attention of the parents to say, hey, something isn't right. Okay, third quartile, that's a little bit more to the center. Okay, so we want the third quartile of the baby weights. So what's going to happen is we're going to again draw a little line here. Okay, and we have 12.3 pounds here. Okay, this is going to this line here. This is still 12.3. Okay, 12.3 pounds. They want the third quartile. What is the third quartile, right? How much is 3/4? It's going to be 75 cents. Okay, so third quartile is, I want to put a line here, say what weight, right, is going to give us 75 percentiles here. Okay, so the pink area here, that's going to be 0.75. Okay, this area here, this is going to be 0.75. What weight is going to lead us to this? So we're going to say INV norm, right? Because again, they're giving us a percentage, they're giving us a probability. They're saying what X value led us to this probability. So 0.75, that's the probability, 12.3, and then 4.7 for our standard deviation. And that's just what we're going to type in. And again, the repetition is good. You should practice this. Make sure that you're getting it right. Okay. I did a lot of the Karate Kid front kicks while I was learning how to do, like, never again that disastrously wrong, but we did a lot of those to kind of practice to make sure that you had to throw it in the middle of a sparring match, you wouldn't fall on your butt. Okay, so it's always an important thing to do. You don't want to do that and beat your opponent because they're too busy laughing at you. Okay, and comma, okay, and then 4.7. I'll admit it was fun too. So it always helps with practice. So our X was 15.47, 15.47. Okay, so that is what the 75th percentile is. That's above average, so that kind of tracks. And it's above average by about a standard deviation. So okay, I'm okay with that. So we're going to say 15.47, 15. Go back here. 15.47. And again, 2 decimal places. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. Okay. Oops, I don't want that anymore. I want this. I need to, okay, we're going to check, pray, and then we'll continue. That was all of our parts. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the little story there, and keep practicing. Again, practice is the tool you're going to use. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.